Three, two, one. Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and Iron Man here from the Block Runner Metazone, Roby and Mscribe. Wait, that's the wrong intro.
God damn it.
Welcome back to another episode of the Block Runner podcast. I'm your host.
How does it go?
That was it.
That was it, yeah.
It just felt wrong.
Yeah, it did feel wrong.
I've only been doing this a few years. So.
Yeah. It's muscle memory, so I'm going to clap again that way. Welcome back to another episode of the Block Runner podcast. I'm your host, William, always here with your co-host, Iman.
What up, dude?
On the sticks, we got TJ.
Hello.
All right, dude.
You did it right.
I did it.
Took
finally.
a few takes to get that.
Usually I'm a one-take wonder, but that one took a second swing.
Yeah.
I'm usually hitting home runs here, dude.
There was some brain fog amok.
That's right. You just had a foul ball. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
I need more creatine.
Creatine?
You haven't done research? It's
No.
If you take a ton of creatine, it goes to the brain and it helps you.
No, I never heard that. What do you mean
Are
a
you
ton
serious?
of creatine? How much are you taking? Like injecting it at this point or what?
Like 20 grams, dude.
Is that a lot? That's
Usually,
like your
yeah.
average like Coca-Cola sugar amount or something. Actually,
Yeah.
it's like half the sugar they put in a Coca-Cola can.
Yeah, but in this case is creatine, and
And that's enough?
yeah, for the brain, yeah.
Wow.
So that comes from science.
Yeah. I reject that science, dude. Just
You can't reject science. That is a paradox.
I don't know. There's people out there rejecting climate science all over the timeline right now. You
Yeah.
know? They're saying, oh, all that data ended up not being.
Or maybe we shifted enough to make a difference. Maybe that's it.
Or AI is just that big of a deal. Like, who gives a about the climate anymore? It's like we gotta just burn what we got
Yeah.
to accelerate this AI thing, right?
Yeah. To get that data, I'm sure it's like very difficult to prove it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's too big. I mean, it's not too big, right? I'm sure if you were dedicated enough, you could find all the actual nuggets of truth.
Yeah, I guess the data that you do gather is debatable. That's the underlying issue.
Well, to independently gather it yourself would be pretty challenging, right?
For sure.
I gotta like quest my way up to the caps, and then like stick down some thermometers, I guess, and just let them hang there for a couple decades. Make some trendy analysis. Like, wow, I think they're onto something. Yeah, no one's gonna do that except for the actual climatologists, right?
For sure. Yeah, we've had so many ice ages throughout the millennias.
Yeah.
That, I mean, it's inevitable anyways, right?
Yeah, so it's just like, what was all the pandemonium about, over the last couple of decades since Al Gore kind of like put out that docupiece?
Yeah, it was CO2 emissions.
Yeah, it's like, the end is imminent, right? And then now Bill Gates is saying otherwise. It's like, it's not that big of a deal. If it happens, we might just have to like move around a little bit.
Maybe it's just better science.
I'm just saying.
Maybe it's like, well, it's determined it's really not that bad. And yeah, we have to move inshore maybe like 600 feet.
Yeah.
But
it's like, so is that really like the priority of our species? It's like to be tackling that problem? Or should it be something else?
Yeah.
Maybe like the cultural erosion is like a bigger problem.
I feel like that's going to be really hard.
Yeah, I'm just
way
saying.
harder than moving 600 feet.
Yeah, it's just challenging to, whether or not these climate data points have in any way stifled innovation or progress. Maybe in the energy sector, it possibly. I don't know.
So I've heard that Bill Gates said that. I haven't heard Bill Gates say that.
Like, you haven't seen the clip?
No, I have not.
I saw a clip.
So you saw him say that?
Yeah, but not in those exact words, obviously.
So he was just kind of skirting around it?
Yeah, somebody asked him. It's because I think he put out like a memo, actually. And that kind of like
insinuated that.
Yeah, that like, it's not that big of a deal.
So maybe he should have just reframed it to be like, we did it, guys. It's no longer that big of a deal. Congratulations.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Who knows, dude? But the point is, I don't know. It got me thinking a little bit about NAT situation just a tad, right? Because there's a lot of parallel between foreseeing a future consequence based off of like human complacency. It's like we're just kind of complacent in our existing framing of things. It's like, yeah, it's okay to just, consume these fossil fuels and such, but there may be a consequence, maybe not. 20, 40, 50, 100 years down the road, this could lead to some massive societal damages. So, we choose to do something or not about it today, or wait for future generations for it to become a much more like impending risk,
right,
to actually deal with it. Similar in scope to this like security budget problem, right? It's like we could choose to do something now or not.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah, and whether we choose to do something about it now, in this case, is a little bit different, because if we do something about it now and you create something like the NAT token, and you need the NAT token, it's like you have it when you don't need it, and then you need it when you don't have it, right?
Right.
And then so now that we have it, we don't need it. Maybe it's 10 years too early, but
yeah, but it would be good to have it, created 10 years ago, right? Whenever this problem becomes so obvious that now everybody is concerned about this issue the way they're right now concerned about, core versus not.
Right. And so imagine 10 years from now, that conversation is being had daily, regularly on Twitter. Yeah. And it's like, should we just make Bitcoin infinite?
Yeah.
And what about proof of stake? What about that? It's good idea. And then everybody listening is like, the hell? So I'm just going to buy NAT.
Yeah. But in that alternate scenario is like NAT never existed, right? Nobody had the foresight to attempt a solution to a 10-year plus problem, right? Yeah. So then it's like in the muck of this conversation and inevitable poop flinging contest.
Yeah.
Somebody proposes a second subsidy token, like brand new.
Yeah.
Right. It's going to have way less credibility or like viability as an option than something that already existed, 10 years ago. Yeah. It was birthed 10 years ago, survived 10 years.
100%.
It's like, this is something that for sure makes a lot of sense at this point. Right?
Oh, yeah.
At least. And some people, even today, think it makes sense, right?
Yeah. And then some people, even in 10 years from now, they'll be like, yeah, I'd prefer to have the new thing. And they'll try to pump the new thing because they'll have early access to it. But inevitably, that's going to dump to zero.
Not even just that. Like, there's, I don't know. It doesn't even have to, it's just what industry operators decide ends up becoming the thing, right? It could be like a whole new thing. It's just like a spin-off of NAT, but some tweaks, some twacks here and there.
Sure.
But it's because it's issued and proliferated by some insider force.
Sure.
It becomes the thing.
The solution, the one.
Yeah, the one.
Yeah, and there's a lot of the ones out there, meaning there's a lot of coordinated attacks on humanity in the form of crypto, and they pump and they dump anyways. So this selection of this industry plant of a second subsidy 10 years from now, it's going to pump maybe to $1 billion or 10 billion or whatever it is, and then it's going to essentially go to zero.
Yeah,
because it's an industry plant, and that's designed by that way so that they can make money.
Yeah, and it would be pretty obvious that it's, a knockoff, I guess, attempt. Yeah. But not, I don't know. It's becoming painfully obvious to us just how, like, corrupt a lot of things are.
Yeah, that's been the theme of this week.
Yeah, well, why? How is that becoming more thematic? I mean, we've known this all along, I guess. Or we've suspected it. I don't know. We've seen a lot over the last 7 years, 6-7 years.
Yeah, why is it more of a theme this week?
I don't know. Maybe it's just like a symptom of like the sentiment of the now, where like Bitcoin continues to somehow massively disappoint at $100,000 market cap.
Yeah,
it's like hovering around 100K, and we all feel like terrible about it. It's like I agree. Worst thing ever.
I agree.
The worst thing that could ever be happening right now, because I don't know. We're just, what does Elon say? happiness is reality minus expectations. So our expectations are obviously out of whack.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah, it's because of these moon charts.
Yeah, fucking moon
like
charts.
Rainbow charts, and all these charts are like, here's where it's supposed to be. Yeah. And then when it doesn't get there, it's like, oh, sad.
It's very sad. And it's also like, you got, I don't know, like institutions.
Tom Lee saying it's supposed to be at 180.
All these DATs spinning up.
Yeah, we had Kathy Woods reduce the projection from 1.5 million to 1.2 million in 2030. So that's a 10x from here in 5 years. That's kind of
in 5 years.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's see, why are they doing that? I mean, they hold huge bags, right? So it's like we got to put out this.
Well, not only that, they have to convince investors of the narrative.
Right.
But man,
they're just bag working like the rest of us.
But are they? I mean,
that's their equivalent of like a tweet thread, right?
So bag working for sure, but there's a lot of value in being correct.
Oh, 100%. When it comes to like what's his name? Tom Lee. He says 150K for Bitcoin and 7K for ETH.
Yeah, in
December. End of the year. I mean, the clock is very much ticking. And yeah, that's a man who roams this earth with a tremendous aura because of his predictive past.
Well, his stoic delivery.
Well, not just delivery, but like fulfillment, right?
For sure.
He has like a prophetic nature to him. He's Nostradamus, dude.
Yes, I agree.
In the flesh. So it's like if he gets one wrong,
it's over.
He's just Tom Lee. Yeah. That's not as cool as,
the Tom Lee. Yeah.
So like that means something, right? Like that's very scary if I was them, but I don't know. So yeah, it's like sentiment of the now, right? Just everybody just feels, and then on top of that, like everything is crumbling. There's like new stable coins depegging.
Yes.
As we speak, new DeFi protocols. Well, not new. OG, like Balancer, getting exploited for hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
Yeah, there's like these insider DeFi operations unraveling. That's like people are obviously overinflating artificially their TVL metrics through different means and mechanisms. And that's how they're able to offer these artificial yield percentages that don't make any sense under like any scope of reality, but can make sense whenever things are, finagled.
It is interesting that we had Celsius collapse, something like FTX, and they all offered some sort of staking to yield, 10+% on stable coins, and they all failed because it's just not possible to do that.
Yeah.
And but then we have the problem keeps reoccurring, and people still stake their money into these things.
Yeah, I mean it's attractive.
But I mean
it's attractive, and
maybe we need some history lessons, like recurring, like on TV. It's like Full House, except it's just historical context in crypto.
Yeah.
That way people remember the reckonings that have happened in the past and not make the same mistakes. Because the developers are going to keep doing this stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they make money, right? So they're going to keep doing it.
They make money.
And the problem is the audience, they keep putting money into it.
Correct.
And so it's just an uneducated audience, right?
Yeah, but it's like a festering snowball effect of like, because it keeps working, because money keeps like appearing, and it perpetually gets funded because it's always ends up profitable.
So hot potato thesis, basically.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm going to put my 100K into this stable coin and stake it so I can yield my 18%. But I'm going to pull out before everyone else does.
Right. Yeah, somebody put out like a really good article. Let me see if I can find it. Why crypto can't build anything long term.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, send it to me so I could add it to the list here.
Yeah, just so you guys, if you have some time to spare,
As you do.
Just take if you're wondering, like why after so many years of development and industry maturation and infrastructure building and stuff, why it still seems like nothing of substance ever really emerges from this space. Like, and this kind of outlines it perfectly, and it definitely resonates with our own personal experience, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, this is what all the developers go through.
Mm-hmm.
And then so basically, to summarize this article, which I do recommend you guys read it, it's a series of pivoting in crypto.
Yeah.
But it's pivoting is not a bad thing. You need to pivot even if you're in Web 2. But the rate of pivoting in crypto is significantly higher. And if you don't do that, you're going to fail.
Yeah, and I think it has to do with the dynamics of how the market, I guess, works, right? Like crypto is driven by narratives.
Yeah.
And therefore, like, liquidity flows with these narratives, right? And that is what developers are like. That's the signal to a developer of like what it is typically that should be built in order for survival, I guess, in the context of surviving in the industry, right? It's a lot harder to build towards some 5 or 10 year like problem solution type technology because there's just not enough means of sustainment around that.
That's
right?
true.
So it's like, okay, right now the hot things are prediction markets. So assume there's like 100 teams out there working on some prediction market product or derivative of that.
Yeah.
Because that they interpret that as like this is the only means of survival at the current moment, right? So and then that 6 months from now transitions to something completely new.
Yeah, and a lot of the function there is like open source docs or open source GitHubs, because if it's open source, you could just copy and paste it.
Yeah.
Do a new branding, and all of a sudden you're participating in prediction markets. And that,
true, yeah.
to a certain degree, that is sort of like marketing for the demographic or the market of prediction markets. But ultimately, it's probably going to be the one who developed the open source code that stays long term.
For sure. Like, Pump.fun's a good example of that.
Yeah.
It's just like,
They're still generating like millions per day.
Yeah, I don't know if their code's open source.
No, it's not. It's not. But it's replicable.
Very replicable,
Yeah.
as we've seen. But yeah, it's like, you're going to get the past year has basically been that. It's like, observing all of the copycat attempts.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, this is what the market wants right now. So this is what we're going to deliver, right?
Yeah. And so far there's like 50 platforms launching
50 plus, and
memes.
they're all basically
dead. Generating zero
graduations at least.
Yeah.
It's because none of them really have a defensible moat. Something truly unique to their product to where Pump.fun can't just tweet, we're going to cover whatever market vector these guys are pursuing. In Believe's case, internet capital markets. What did they actually build that Pump.fun can't just step in and claim as their own?
Yeah,
Nothing.
Correct. Nothing.
It's just a narrative. So Pump.fun can do what Believe does, and they come out and said it. Okay, market wants this stuff. Do it on our platform that has all the eyeballs and the traction and liquidity, right? So therefore, Believe kicked out of the industry.
Yeah.
Because they didn't actually bring in anything new, any new primitive, nothing that like stands out and gives them some defensible position against somebody, a juggernaut like Pump.fun.
Yeah, agreed.
Right? So it's like, if you're not doing that, you're setting yourself up for like absorption down the line.
Yeah, I totally agree. So the developers in the crypto space, they need to not only see what's happening out there and be paying attention regularly, but not just copy and paste, because like you're saying, someone like Pump.fun, they could just take your market share just by a single tweet.
Yeah, and let's look at the chart. Let's look at the chart, actually. Yeah. Just for giggles. I'm not going to say, actually, it's kind of rude, bad manner to kind of like grave dance on people. I mean, just because.
Yeah, so
there was effort there.
We'll start with Launchcoin.
We're going to go down the whole like lore. Yeah, why not? Let's do this. Let's check out the whole journey. So if you don't remember who this is Ben Pasternak and his now infamous girlfriend.
Yeah.
Evelyn, I think is her name.
Yeah, and what's the purse again? The
Hermes?
It's a Hermes?
Birkins? I don't know, dude. Whichever ones are like astronomically expensive. Let me see a Hermes bag.
Are they $100K per bag? Is that a real thing?
I don't know, dude.
No way.
There it is. Oh, it's a Hermes Birkin, so it's the same purse.
Okay, so cultured.
Holy shit, dude! This one's all $450,000. Dude, what is this one's $750,000?
What happens? What if you don't have any money to put in it?
If you have a $750,000 purse, I think you got things to put in there, dude. I'm pretty sure. I would hope, unless you spent it all on the bag. This one like looks like a house. It has like windows.
Oh man,
I don't know.
Humans are silly, right?
I mean, what else are you supposed to do when you have all this cash, right? You know, like
yeah, I guess. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, like if you're talking like
solar panels, a bunker.
I mean, just say $1 billion. Like you got $1 billion. Like think of all the things you could buy.
It's a lot of chickens,
dude. Yeah, but you're not even scratching like nothing. Like if that $1 billion was sitting in a bank, how much would that be generating you like passively?
Well, at a bank, probably like $10 million
a year.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, you couldn't buy enough chickens to outpace that bank earnings.
Actually, more like $1 million.
Okay, well now we're getting.
It's 0.1%. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. If you had it all sitting in Coinbase, and they're giving you like 4%, it's like sitting on a USDC.
Oh yeah, 40 million.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Yeah.
40 million.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So these are the people who are buying these things. You know. That's
yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
It doesn't make sense to people like us. Like, how does this even exist? Like, who's buying this stuff, right?
Yeah, I just saw an unveil of the new Lamborghini, and it's pretty badass.
What's it like?
It's just like a concept car, but it looked badass. It's
yeah,
basically
concept
like
cars always look badass.
Batmobile.
Lame. Overdone.
I'll see if I can
what
find
about
it.
Elon's Roadster, dude?
Yeah, we were supposed to watch that.
We were. I don't think the Roadster is going to get unveiled today.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's supposed to fly, apparently.
It was heavily implied that it was flying, right?
Heavily.
It was.
More, yeah. As heavy as implications.
Yeah, as it possibly
Without
gets.
actually saying yes.
Yeah, he said it's like, man, I got to find the quote now. It's like,
yeah, car should fly, right?
Yeah, but he was saying like the technology they have is like, it's the best technology ever created. Like he was really selling this thing.
I believe him.
I do too. If there's somebody who get away with saying that, it's him.
You're telling me you don't want one of these things, man? That was what was unveiled.
That looks like it's out of Halo.
It does look like
that looks cool. Yeah,
like Master Chief's Lambo.
Yeah, that looks like what a flying car should look like. You know, that little back piece, it just has like a propeller. It's like,
yeah,
just lifts off from the back, and then like in the front, there's like thrusters to like keep it. You know.
Yeah.
I don't freaking know. This is supposed to be Elon's job, not mine. To try to like, oh shit, design a flying vehicle or a vehicle that can go from ground to air at will. Dude, that thing is cool.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I am surprised at how well Lamborghini does at design.
Yeah,
like I don't.
Wow, how?
Because it maintains like the Lambo look, but it just always looks different.
That is interesting. Yeah, and if you like actually you look into you would assume it's like a company this good at producing like quality and original products. Like their work culture would be something like SpaceX, but it's the complete opposite.
What is their work culture?
They work like 4 hours a day. They have like these 2-hour lunch breaks. So they're just like chilling. That's like the culture of the Italian way, I guess. The luxury.
Yeah, that looks like a Formula One car.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So,
like it. So what? Like
sponsored by Lambo.
$10 million or something like that?
Affiliate link below.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Give us a.
Just buy one. We'll be chilling.
Yeah. See, now I'm looking at the Roadster. It's like I'm snoozing after looking.
Yeah,
at that,
I know.
Like,
but I if I had to choose one, I'd go for the Roadster
because it's faster.
Because they can fly.
Well, yeah,
it can fly. Yeah.
If it actually ends up flying, for sure, I'm not snoozing anymore. Now that thing makes me want to snooze.
Yeah.
So we need to see, but I'm expecting like it like hovers 2 feet off the ground and then like right back down. And to me, that's going to be such a disappointment. Like, I can't even imagine like that, dude.
I can't even imagine a justifiable reason to have a flying car that is also safe.
Yeah, there's 0% chance that this is allowed on the roadway if it's flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, 0. Because you could kill people accidentally.
You definitely could. But you could do that with your car too, you know?
You could, but there's
On the road.
they don't fly though.
Yeah.
That's a
Maybe-
different license.
Maybe the flight is like a kill avoider, right? Where there's like a collision imminent and it's like thrusters, you know, self-activated,
Yeah.
you know, and then you just fly over the thing instead of like an 18 car pile up, you know, you've
There's
got
17 car.
Yeah, you're just not anymore.
Yeah. Just fly over all the 18 wheelers and everything, dude.
Yeah.
And then somehow avoid all the road signs and all the other stuff on the highway.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't going to be flying. I thought it was going to be more suction, where it's a fan under the car that sucks you to the ground so that you can basically drive upside down.
What would
in
be
a
the
tube.
point of that, dude? Oh, a tube, like the Hyperloop, maybe.
Yeah, but
So you have like 2 lanes, like one upside down. It's like it's much more efficient this way.
Yeah.
You know, this is how we should design roads from now on. Just tubes everywhere.
yeah, for sure.
Shit,
I thought
dude.
that was the design, but
That's way better than road construction. Like they're still working on the roads down my street. It's been like 3 years. Like,
Yeah, when you had that Lambo pulled up, I was thinking I live on a slight hill. Like, there's no way
Yeah.
I'm getting in the driveway.
no, absolutely not.
That's why I don't have one.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, the
Yeah.
pain you must feel every time you hear that crunch, right?
Absolutely. You can't park this anywhere without like being worried all the time.
Yeah, that's my position against all possessions, period, right? It's,
Yeah, true.
it's nice to have nice things, but then it's just new layers of stress. But I guess it's okay if you have like enough money.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To where like it doesn't even affect you. But if you're like stretching the bounds of your like financial viability just to have the nice thing,
Yeah.
fuck no, dude.
No, that's too
a
stressful.
heartache. Yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, I agree. I that's what I was gonna say. Is like you can only buy this car if you don't mind getting the car dings and all that
just
stuff.
vaporized.
And-
If
and-
it's vaporized, you're
And you need to drive it daily, like everywhere. Go grocery shopping, go to the mall with it, whatever it is that you do, go in this car everywhere. Because if it's just in a garage, what's the point?
it's like a collectible.
Nah,
you
man,
know?
come on, get out of here with that. If you're gonna collect something, buy Bitcoin.
That is nowhere near as fun. Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know. This is what I'm saying. If you become like giga rich, like Cristiano Ronaldo,
Yeah.
he has like 6 Bugattis, and he doesn't drive any of them. He says
Yeah,
he just makes sure they're like immaculately clean. Like he just goes into his garage where he's got 50 supercars, and just
Yeah.
to make sure there's like not a speck of dust on any of them. Right? You just over there with the little
just
feather duster.
vacuum seal the whole room.
Might as well, right? Put them in boxes, like
Yeah.
as if they're toys,
Yeah.
or like collectibles, and they just
Or better yet, just leave them on the showroom, dude. Just go
Yeah,
visit.
Just go visit.
Yeah, go look at it. Yeah.
Just go in the champagne room to the dealerships.
Yeah.
It's
Like, are you buying one? It's like, nope. I'm
yeah,
just,
but then it's not.
Just want to make sure
It's not
clean.
his, right?
yeah. What does that mean?
I don't-
What does ownership actually mean?
What do you mean?
You can look at it, right? And you get the same benefit.
Yeah, I mean, look what happened to Andrew Tate, right? He went to prison. They just all the cars he owned, the government just took them all. It's
Oh,
like-
is that what happened?
Yeah, he also another one of these guys with 50 supercars just sitting around. And then
So did he get him
get
back?
arrested? I think eventually once they let him out. But yeah, the point is, what you own,
Yeah, it's
you
not.
don't really own.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like they could just slurp it away from you at any time.
It's like I did this.
Yeah, this belongs to the government now. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you for your hard works. But yeah, it's like
Yeah. So flying cars.
I don't know, dude. It's a weird world out there. So yeah, sentiment.
Sentiment check. Yeah. So last week on Friday, was it Friday? I think it was Friday. So last week on Friday, F2Pool finally moved their NAT, and so we did a video
That's right.
on Monday about it.
Yes.
And so we haven't really had time to really talk about F2Pool in a long format.
All
But
right.
but yeah, so F2Pool on Friday, and what's interesting about these 3 miners that have adopted NAT, that represents 40% of hash power, and all 3 of them are Chinese. And so I asked Rome's like, why do you think they're all Chinese? Like, what is there some reason that they happen to be Chinese? Is it a coincidence or what's going on? He's like, well, because I know all of them. Rome says. I was like, wow, okay.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
That solves that.
That's it.
So Rome is
he's the Nat whisperer.
He's the one.
Yeah.
He's actually Neo.
Yeah.
Well, I think he deserves something.
A round of applause.
At least.
Let's find the button, dude.
Oh, no. Sorry. Dang it. One more. There we go.
Here's a round of applause.
Let's go. All hail Rome, dude. And if you don't know who that is, you lock into those Twitter spaces, right?
Yes. Yeah. So I have one here. There it is. That's Rome.
Well, that's good. So that means there is no foot soldier, I guess, on the Western front.
Yeah.
Trying to ping Foundry and who else? Is Via BTC a Western or Eastern?
I don't think so.
Miner?
It's Eastern.
Oh, then that one's a shoe.
It's in the bag, right?
Rome, I know them too, I'm sure, is what he's going to say.
Yeah.
And then who's after that? I mean,
that's Mara's number 6, I think.
And where are they based? That sounds like an American.
It does sound American.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a publicly traded company, right?
Yeah.
MaraPool.
Luxor. I think that's American too. Yeah, so I mean 40% China. I think that 40% number is crazy to me. And like you only need basically one more top 5 miner and you essentially have 51%. And so once you reach 51%, that's pretty much consensus.
Yeah, MaraPool's United States based, so.
Yeah.
So Foundry, MaraPool, maybe Luxor is another one.
Luxor is another one, yeah.
Yeah, so these are all potential targets of explaining to them what's happening, and this is also U.S. based. So yeah, there is a Western front for sure. It's not all Chinese, but like you're saying, not far off from achieving that 51% milestone, which I think is pretty significant. I would say.
Yeah. I don't think this is a situation that has occurred in the past. So if we manage to get that 51%, I think, and this goes back to the Twitter space today, is that right now at a 30 million market cap or whatever it is for NAT, the strategy should be a little bit different than what we're anticipating here, because 30 million is pretty good, right? If you look at what else is happening out in crypto space, we're seeing collapses of like 80% plus here and there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so the NAT token kind of hanging in there at 30 million after being up at 60 or 65 million, something like that. It's hanging in there pretty tough. So, but it's not a market cap that's high enough to elicit the viability of a second subsidy. And so the discussion was like, what is the strategy that we leverage now when we have this like smallish market cap to get us to, 100, 200, all the way to $1 billion? Like, what is that strategy? And so Rome has his own take. He's coming up with like Michael Saylor's strategy, and probably doing like a token raise or something to start that process of like a Saylor strategy on the NAT token. But we have our own interpretation. We have an app coming out here eventually, and it's focused on creators. And if it does solve a problem, which we think it does, otherwise we wouldn't have built it, it would generate revenue, and we would buy back the NAT token and create our own sort of pseudo treasury strategy.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, ultimately the end game vision is to get DMT access to any chain, right? So
that's the ultimate end game for sure. So it's like a client that wraps DMT protocol into a usable like technology for developers to leverage on separate chains. Yeah,
so it doesn't really make too much sense to build that infrastructure components before proving that there's tangible market demand for the result of that new protocol, right?
Yeah.
AKA, digital matter. there has been an inkling of evidence, at least native to the Bitcoin ecosystem through NAT, through UNATs like NatCats and Royals and Bitmap itself. Like there's a community aligned to the thesis here, and they see value in non-arbitrary creation, right? But we don't know if that same sentiment will apply everywhere else. Right?
Yeah.
Which is why it's important to kind of like beachhead our way into one of these somewhere else locations and to, again, proof that concept that DMT is applicable to any chain. There is value nestled within like Bitcoin itself that is exportable and that, can be some sort of long-term value flywheel, if you will.
Yeah.
For NAT and for Bitcoin itself. So there's a lot of different anchored pieces to that.
Yeah, and imagine the layup that we're setting up here, because let's assume we get 51% of Bitcoin miners to partake, and we build this client. It's DMT becomes accessible on different chains, and the crown jewel of DMT is NAT, because 51% hash power, all that stuff, as a representation of the whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
And now the developers have access to the ability to create based off of Bitcoin's block data and contribute to this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And, it'd be up to the developers to decide if they want to continue buying NAT or not. But the protocol itself buys and burns NAT when people use it, when developers are creating like actual useful apps.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so. And I think it's necessary to induce that that understanding that NAT has, that 1000x potential to it, because, it brought about an entire new industry primitive along with it, right? In the same way, Ethereum did that. Some of the OG DeFi primitives have done that.
Yeah, ERC 721.
Yeah, like all this stuff, right? So, all these are important, and it's going to take time, obviously, to execute on all this, and they come in pieces, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's these lullish periods in between these things coming to fruition where, you really test your will and your conviction during those times, right? Because, it may seem like stagnation or just, I don't know, however you want to interpret it.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's just, it's the period between the next inflection point, right?
Yeah, and in a world where people don't have any patience, they have attention spans of 7 seconds or less.
True.
And people are holding tokens 7 seconds or less.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So in those periods of times, guess what happens? People sell.
Yeah.
Token price go down. And then that is the natural psychology of it, is oh shit. I guess the hype wasn't real, right? I guess it was just all hype because the market's telling me that, because price go down. So let me go look at something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I lost hope or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But then those who see the bigger vision and understand, these things take time. Patience is actually a virtue. Typically that ends up being the most critical component to any successful trader or investor's strategies. I was just patient.
Yeah.
What is it? Time in the market is better than timing the market.
That's right.
That's the case.
That's such a cool saying.
It's very applicable. Yeah. So what do you do if you actually hold real conviction in this? You think, DMT, you hear what we're saying, right? It's you know what? There is value to non-arbitrary token creation. And it's truly unique in the context of what has happened since ordinals were created in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
It's DMT stands out. So, I also believe this has value applicable to other chains. And so let me hold out and see that thesis play out, right?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think the most interesting thing here about this whole thing is that it's a new tool for developers to make cool stuff. And those tools don't come very often. And I think developers are really actively looking for new stuff to use. And because we've been in an environment where there hasn't been a whole lot of new stuff, therefore, stuff isn't generated.
Yes. Yeah, to me, that's the biggest problem of our industry, right?
Yeah, and so it's a good segue to talk about the industry. So we were looking at LaunchCoin, And you see, this is probably kind of like what you would expect for a token. And then what happens here, right? We have this little. Hold on, let me zoom out.
What happens?
Yeah, what happened here?
It went to Valhalla, dude.
Yeah, it went from
basically
4 million to
like 400 million.
400 million, yeah, give or take 100x.
Yeah.
Like instantly. So this is a day.
The daily chart?
Daily chart, right? In 3 days.
Yeah.
100x.
Pretty much.
So is this natural? Does this happen in crypto? Is this like a natural thing in cryptocurrency?
It happens, but it's definitely not a frequent occurrence, right?
Yeah. So we suspect that a lot of this activity is not genuine in the sense that there are actors in the space that have the ability to inflict so much capital into a token to pump it in this way. Whether it be from, investors or whatever, some sort of backroom deal or whatever it is, doesn't matter, but they have the ability to do this. And so we're if you spend any time in crypto, you see sometimes that your like, for example, your Twitter feed is like pretty normal, and then the next day everyone's talking about like Aster or something.
Mm-hmm.
And all that is not organic.
Yeah, it's hard to know. It's hard to know for sure exactly what happened with Believe, right? I mean, it's one of this. You have to really be present in the moment to understand like the environmental conditions. In the same way, like you can go look at Bitmap's chart.
Yeah,
it's very similar. It's like, how the hell did Bitmap go from like nothing to 300 million market cap?
Yeah.
You couldn't really explain how it happened, and then people not assume it's some sort of like insider thing, right? Oh, that was some industry plant of a phenomenon, because we were there and we witnessed the whole damn thing from beginning to where it is now.
Yeah,
I don't want to say end because I'm not implying it's over for Bitmap in any way. It's just in a struggling state. But that was truly, from our perspective, the only thing we can quantify is like a truly organic phenomenon, right? Where it produced a result similar to like what the whole industry hopes for, and in most cases ends up artificially producing. But
I hear you, but I don't think that Bitmap is the same thing
because it's an NFT.
Well, no. It's not. What I'm saying is the rate of change.
It wasn't like 3 days.
It's not 3 days.
Well, what was it? I mean, it was several months. Yes.
Yeah. Say from here. So this is October to the peak December.
Couple months.
Yeah. So this is not 3 days.
That's true. Yeah. Well, because it's maybe this is data.
Yeah, for sure.
Suggest, again, we don't need data in Bitmap's case because we know with certainty this was purely organic. We saw this thing.
Yeah. Nobody contacted us from the cabal.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey guys, what do we need to do here? How do we pump this thing? Like, we didn't get that email or text message or phone call or
even the Ordinals cabal, which at the time had significant power, right? Like it's, the dog token initiators, the whatever, that group of people, like they were actively resisting this, and they were getting a lot of flack from their own worshippers.
Yeah.
It's like, why didn't you tell us about this? This is an Ordinals thing. Well, it's because, again, it wasn't plugged into some already like established cabal or force of, market dictator.
Yeah.
Right. Even though in the scope of market dictators, that was a very small one, but still had some influence on like the outcome of Ordinals in the space.
Yeah.
Right. That didn't even have tap into that. Right. And typically things that do like those kind of runs, they have tap ins to like much bigger influencers, right? We're talking like Coinbase, Binance,
But so let's set this up. So what we're saying is this is completely organic, and in an organic situation, we still had a run up and then a run down.
Yeah.
Right. And so, let's assume this is inorganic as well. It had a run up and a run down.
Yeah, that, by the way, is a migration.
Yeah, this is a migration.
It's not a rug.
So it's not.
Looks like it.
I'll show you what it migrated to. just so that everyone has context.
Yeah. Yeah, don't factor in rug as a data point.
No. So this one, now it's called Believe. And so what they did was they transitioned their launch coin into a new token contract that expanded the supply by 30%, which was allocated to investors.
Yeah, so I mean, so this token rundown, could just be, improper execution on behalf of the team because they spent 6 months just, focused on, transitioning like the success they created through the product of Believe, which generated 30, 40, $50 million in revenue for them, something like that over a 6 month time frame.
Mm-hmm.
To like the industry operators, right? And typically that's in the form of VCs or just whatever, whatever interested party, sees what you were able to do and has the ability in a sense to take it to that next level, right? And what that means is like $1 billion plus realms, right?
Right.
I think it's a safe assumption. Like, it takes that degree of industry cooperation in most cases to get tokens to those kind of valuations.
Speaking of industry cooperation, we're looking at another one here called Momentum, and it's a DEX on Sui. And so this is what I'm talking about. Industry cooperation is basically 1 hour candles where they only go up.
I see. So like this pump and dump. Like this is much more indicative of some sort of industry manipulation tactic at play.
Yeah. Again, this is hourly chart.
Yeah.
Right. If you look at the day.
Yeah.
Jeez. I mean.
Yeah, this isn't a meme coin, right? This is like a launch of an actual application.
Correct. It's
on Sui.
DEX on Sui.
Yeah. So this had investors. This had like the whole shebang, right?
Yeah, I mean, they had an airdrop through Binance, like engagement campaign, like they went through the entire playbook of a traditional launch on in crypto.
They had the 500,000 followers on Twitter.
500,000 followers.
It just showed up.
Yeah,
all the same day.
Yeah, for sure. Like that, right? Of course, there's 500,000 people following Sui.
Not Sui, like some DEX on Sui.
Some DEX, yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, I mean.
So what are you gonna do, right? Like this has been happening. This keeps happening. So like, what do you expect at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
For things like a bitmap, things like a NAT that have true immaculate inception stories.
Yeah.
I was gonna say conception. That implies like sex, doesn't it?
It does.
There was no sex involved in either of these. I could personally vouch. Very not sexy.
I'll take your word for it.
You were there too, dude. You're supposed to agree with me. There
might have been some sex involved. I don't know.
Some coitus? None, dude. But yeah, immaculate inception origin stories.
Sure.
So, and then that you can categorize that as like organic creation. Right?
Yeah, and then we'll finally show. So NatGMI. If you guys go to the natgmi.com site, scroll down the chart that gives you the entire history of NAT, which. I don't know how SuperX did it, but as soon as Benny was complete with the indexing for the NAT token,
it's true, yeah.
Next day or something like that, they were live.
Yeah, this would be a travesty if this chart gets lost. Basically, if SuperX ever shuts down.
Yeah.
Like fuck, dude. This tells the whole story. You should probably take a snapshot of it right now while it's here, just in case. You never know.
Yeah, and so what's interesting about what happened here at the very beginning? So this is a free and fair token, and I think it blocked out in 7 days, but it took maybe like 6 weeks before it blocked out to indexing, and then a few days later it was listed on SuperX, and so when it was listed, people listed at a 60-70 million market cap, whatever this value is.
They were trying to discover, market value at the time. I remember, like there were on Ordinal's wallet. Some of these were like $1 billion or something.
Yeah, $1 billion market cap.
Somebody actually bought NAT at like a lot of NAT, at like $1 billion market cap.
Yeah,
but of course. Man, they're gonna be.
That's not sustainable.
They're gonna be holding for a while, dude, to like break even there.
Yeah.
But the point is, there was like a very volatile beginning, like trying to discover like what should be the price of this thing.
Yeah, yeah, and so it needs to be understood that this isn't like, I don't know, it's not like one of these.
Yeah, because in those cases, you set the price. Right?
Yeah, they set the price here.
Yeah, there is no market free, like fair and free market determining that.
Correct.
It's all planned out ahead of time.
Yes, and this was not planned. This is just like regular humans just saying, "Here's the price. Does anyone want to buy it?" And it's like someone did.
Yeah.
And so it just went down, right?
Basically.
Until there was like a floor.
Yeah.
And then all these, I actually don't remember what happened in these spikes.
What time is that?
So this first one is October 21st, 2024. So around this time last year.
What was going on back then?
I think people I think
When-
Trump got elected or something, or was about to get elected, and I don't know, maybe there was like some interest.
Bullish NAT?
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows? But they happened, right?
Yeah, and then so these three peaks here, this is AntPool, this is SpiderPool, and the
F2Pool?
F2Pool is building. It's buffering.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's interesting, right? You know, actually observing real human,
organic,
real human activities.
Yeah, exactly. There's no market makers here.
Yeah. Yeah, so some people might label that as like, that sucks. It's like, you guys should just scam your way to the top like everybody else, right?
Right.
Crime. Haven't you heard? It's crime season.
Yeah.
Trump's in office. What are you guys waiting for?
Yeah, why aren't you guys scamming?
Yeah, this is perfect scam potential, right? Just plug it in, right?
I was like, wait a minute, you guys don't have any tokens? Never mind, I'm gonna move on.
Yeah, that's part of the immaculate inception story, right? It's like, you know, the reason why you're able to plug in the first place is because, and the reason why, you know, in Believe's case, they had to artificially inflate their token arbitrarily to make space for these industry plugins, right? It's like now they have negotiation leverage. They have 30% of just new tokens born out of nowhere. Their existing token holders got bled dry.
Yeah.
And, you know, now they're going to, you know, attempt that. I was like, okay, crime is on the menu.
That's right.
We're willing participants. Let's plug in.
Yeah. And there's a chance where,
there's a chance.
These strategies, you kind of have to do them.
So it's going to be really important to observe Believe moving forward, right? Because right now the market isn't like happy with this. So it's partly the dilution effect.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's, you know, the fact that there's been 3 pivots to this coin now. It's like you lose like confidence a bit in like the structure of the
you
tokenomics.
lose holders too. People are just not paying attention.
Yeah. They literally, they lost holders because there was like a 2-week deadline to migrate. So
yeah.
But and then on top of that, again, this is a market sector that has no real defensible moat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like Pump.fun recognizes that. That's why they're going all in on this ICM angle. It's like,
because it didn't cost them anything. It's just it's just words.
Yeah. It's like, ICM here too.
Yeah.
Launch your dev projects now.
Yeah.
You know, we'll just create a new category tab on our platform, and the market's seeing that. It's like, oh shit, there really is nothing here that, you know, lends to some sort of product market fit, right? So we'll see. And then it's so adding all that, factoring all that in, and then it's still, we see like a God candle down the road and it gets to 1 billion.
Yeah, but we've seen that. I mean, so there's different types of groups of people in crypto, right? There's these backroom deal guys, cabals. There's these KOLs who coordinate, you know, these attacks as well. Yeah. So these KOLs could just get together and say, hey guys, let's just pump this token.
I don't know if that's enough though. it's not just Twitter juice. You need like actual juice. Well, like
I mean, KOLs,
money.
They have money.
Not that kind of, to get it to 1 billion.
Oh, maybe not 1 billion, but they don't need 1 billion.
Well, I'm saying if it just magically goes from this, factoring in all these like.
Yeah, I see. If it reaches 1 billion, there's
because they've secured the coffers to plug in.
Yeah.
And then like the result is they're on their way to $1 billion.
Such a good experiment. I agree.
A good data point.
Yeah, because they have 30% of the supply. Yeah, it's distributed to some investors, but they might have like a good portion as a result.
Yeah.
And then they can divvy that out to the right personnel in crypto, and all of a sudden you got $1 billion market cap.
Correct. That's my thesis
Yeah.
of like the potential outcome of this. I'm not saying
But then again,
to buy.
then again, they might not know the right people
They might
to
not.
divvy this token out, and it doesn't get to $1 billion. So it's hard to know.
It is hard to know, but I suspect so. Another team or operative that executed similarly in the launchpad space was Zora. So if you look at Zora's chart, it's suspiciously like on that trajectory, right? Because if you actually look at user activity and like, you know, market value of like what's actually being created there, it doesn't parity like the price trajectory here of this token specifically, right? So, and then if you understand who they're allegiance to, it's the Coinbase cartel, right?
Yeah.
So it's like they are one of these industry operatives we're talking about. Like they have their own agendas and personal interests.
So this kind of looks like the genesis of Launchcoin.
A little bit, huh? A little familiar?
It does look familiar. The patterns are patterning right now.
Patterning? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and in this case, you know, they TGE'd with a significant percentage of the supply, the coppers in their possession, because they know, you know,
That's how you play the game.
This is how you industry plug in, right? And then good things follow. Like, and you know, yeah, Zora's had its attentive moments where, like, you know, there's a wave here and there as far as like user traction and such, but nothing of real significance. You know, it's on par with what Believe has produced.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a couple notable launches and such, but yeah, still, it's like it's things go up anyways.
Right now at almost 300 million market cap, I mean, this is pretty good.
Yeah, so who knows, right? This is the thing. Who knows what's actually happening out in the space, but you know.
Yeah, at least we're outlining the different approaches to crypto. Right? This is an organic approach, and this is what organic looks like. And I don't think a lot of people see organic charts.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's just one of those things. Unless you're on the inside, you just don't know the depths of how corrupt everything actually ends up or is. Like, I remember a time, even Bitcoin, everybody thinks is like pure sanctity of a thing that's only been organic. Not true. In 2017, Tether, this completely unaudited, this force that came out of the shadows, had the newfound ability to just issue new stable coins that, again, nobody could really determine if they're pegged by anything of value.
Yeah.
And every time there was a new issuance, the price of Bitcoin would go up.
Yeah, so it could be manipulated. So that is an option, but the other option is some big name dumped a bunch of fiat into Tether, minted new Tether, and bought Bitcoin. Maybe. That is also an option.
Right.
So it's not... I take a more optimistic look at things, but I could clearly and obviously be wrong there.
Yeah, my point is just understand, like, this
possible.
This has been happening.
Yeah.
And it's almost a necessary evil, it seems, at this point, to get anything, even something as pure as like a Bitcoin, to get it to a point where it needs to get to for it to fulfill its cyclical nature. It's not just, again, Bitcoin is not nature.
Correct.
Because it just is programmed to have these 4-year halvening events. Does it just naturally go up in value? There are human intervention, forces of human intervention along that growth curve.
Yeah, you can have halvenings all day and nothing happens to the token. There's tokens out there that have halvenings regularly, and that doesn't pump the price.
Yeah, I mean, if this cycle hasn't shown you anything as far as like how manipulated Bitcoin is at this price, you know, you have all the big institutions.
Let's take a look at that.
They have their full grips on Bitcoin. Like, this is the most manipulated asset on earth, right?
Yeah,
it's obvious at this point. You know, as soon as like so we're talking about industry cartels native to crypto. Bitcoin has now escaped those latches. It's now like in the real cartel. Wall Street.
This is the.
Now it's in the grips of over there, right? Now it's 100%. Destination is predetermined at this point.
Yeah, clearly something happened to Bitcoin, right? At the very beginning, we have these like euphoria moments and then despair moments, and then we're just stuck on despair.
Yeah, I mean, the interested parties are not done accumulating or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
what happened?
It's not for us to know.
I mean, Trump was around. What was it? What was the last time he was elected? 2019?
2016?
2016?
The first term? Yeah. 2016 to 2020.
Okay.
And then 2024.
Yeah, so we got Trump here, and it looks normal. We got Trump back, and not normal. So something else happened. Well, here they weren't talking about Bitcoin from the government perspective, but here they are.
Yeah, 100%.
I would have expected one of these when the U.S. government is talking about accumulating Bitcoin.
I totally agree.
But it didn't happen, which is contributing to everybody's sadness.
It's very sad out there, indeed, which is shocking, right? Because still, even though it's underperforming expectations, it's still at 100K.
It's still at 100K, yeah.
Yeah, I remember when it was 2K, 3K, even less.
Yeah, we started a podcast right here, doing the troughs of troughs.
Yeah, by the way, we were supposed to spend some time talking about Zcash, but I think we're out of time. But
yeah,
Zcash is just interesting just because it's I don't know, it's a Bitcoin in its privacy state, essentially.
It's Bitcoin except private, at least optionally private.
Yeah, and it's been around since I've been around.
Yeah, 2016.
And there are others like it, right? Like Monero.
Yes, that's right.
I think, is Dash a privacy coin?
I don't remember if it is or not.
Well, there's others out there. This is not like some new thing, like a new meta. I mean, even though it's gaining traction and suddenly people care about privacy.
Yeah, Peter Thiel is basically saying that Bitcoin is co-opted by U.S. government. Yeah. And so I don't think he's insinuated Zcash, right?
No, but others, like I think maybe Naval, Ravikant, and Balaji, like, other influential people are like all in tandem, just in support of this idea.
Yeah, I mean, private transactions are useful, right? You kind of want that. But
yeah, but they've always been useful, right?
They've always been useful, yeah.
So what happened as of recent to like inspire?
Yeah. Is it this
narrative?
Is like this is being co-opted by governments, and it's all of a sudden it's like, let's go to Zcash.
Yeah, but see, that privacy has nothing to do with that. It's just is it this? And like the understanding that Bitcoin is on its way to no longer being Bitcoin, right? It isn't this sovereign money thing.
Yes.
That the cypherpunks originally thought it would become, and that's why they were attracted to it. So therefore,
but why
dump my bags?
Why is the United States or Russia or China holding Bitcoin all of a sudden, not this sovereign money? Like what happened? Like why can't governments participate in Bitcoin? Like why is that not a bad thing? I don't get it.
Well, it's like now I don't know. I guess it's not a good look to have a money where like governments have complete surveillance over like it's transacting, even though it's not being utilized as like a
as like for surveillance,
a transacting vehicle.
Yeah,
but still, I think it's more so like it's reached a price level. So maybe it's like more difficult to induce some like a bullish narrative for it, and it's like now it's in the hands of institutions like BlackRock and in the government. So it's like it's already like self-proliferating at this point.
Yeah, there was somebody that Anthony Pompliano interviewed. I forget his name, but he's well known. He said that Bitcoin is going through its IPO moment. So that this is another thesis to explain what's happening here. And so what he means by IPO is that the OGs who were in Bitcoin in these early days, 10 years ago, they're like, you know what? I'll take the $1 billion.
Yeah.
And we've seen that on-chain transactions of billions of dollars have moved to Coinbase and other exchanges.
Yeah.
And
that's what's being...
I think they are just selling their shares, right?
Yeah, they're out.
Yeah, they're out. Yeah.
They're out because it's, again, those were probably the OG cypherpunks that believed in something completely different.
It could be the ideology kind of shifting for Bitcoin, but it also could be is like, I'd rather just have my $1 billion. I have like 15, 20 years left in my life.
Well, That's
I'm
pessimistic.
I'm pretty sure that 18-year-olds and 25-year-olds were not buying Bitcoin in 2010 and 2011.
But like 30, 40 maybe, and 15 years later, they still got,
Yeah.
They're in midlife still. Dude.
Okay, they're in their 60s, dude.
Yeah.
If you're in your 60s and you have $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, might as well start using it.
I mean, you could take loans on your Bitcoin, right?
That's what I would have done, but they have not done that. I don't get it.
So what I'm saying and what others are speculating is like, yeah, it is this ideological shift and like a fleet out of Bitcoin from like the OGs of its history and transitioning to a different ideology. It's like it's becoming overly financialized.
Yeah, if I had $1 billion, I want to do private transactions too.
Or yeah, it's like, okay, so if I'm off this train, I'm seeking a new ideology. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
So it's like, why has Zcash only gone up while everything else is crumbling in the space, right? So there's a connection there. As we're seeing like an exodus out of Bitcoin,
yeah,
there's a lot of free capital as a result of that. So where's it gonna go? Potentially Zcash. That's the speculative conspiracy theory.
I'd want to shroud my $1 billion too.
Shroud?
Yeah, protect.
Oh, like
make it invisible. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. If that's actually what you could do on Zcash, I mean, that's what they say.
That's what they say. I haven't really looked into it, but yeah.
Yeah, we need to look into it, just for the sake of if this continues on and Zcash actually picks up any real steam. I mean, it's trading at like $400 or $500 today. Like, if you're looking at Bitcoin, which we did at $400 ranges, you should be buying.
Yes,
and we should have bought, but we didn't, and because we allowed ourselves to be hesitant or like skeptical, right?
Sure.
And it's like, you don't want to do it again, do you? You want to dig deep into this Zcash thing. Does it actually have viability? This in the same way Bitcoin does, and if it does, and there's like a narrative capture potential there's no reason why this thing can't also be $100,000 one day.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, just off of that alone, it's worth taking a look at.
Yeah. All right, let's cut it there. I appreciate you guys for watching. This has been the Block Runner Podcast. We talked about NAT. We talked about the industry, that it could be manipulated. It also could be completely organic, like the NAT token in Bitmap, completely organic. There's no market makers, no nothing. So that way you have like a litmus test of differences of patterns on charts. If you have any questions along the lines of DMT, NAT, what's going on, we'll have the links for Twitter Spaces in the description. Appreciate you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Peace.